And welcome to day 471 of the journey begins. Pardon us a moment while we get some of our streaming stuff set up. Oh, thank you. Good to be back. Let's sleep the night away and continue with our plan of building out wall to height 67, filling that in, and actually this. Yeah, I want that for now. Don't need that. Gravel could work. Boat. Okay, that works. The reason we want that is, let's see, 2 pass, so maybe somewhere over here. Yeah. So if we do, let's say, let's start here. Get a road like that. We would then want welcome in Sarah and Model Hearts. That some travel down. We're gonna need to do this on both sides, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna fill this in. Oh, welcome in jelly. Okay, we'll do that for now. So we're trying to get the idea for a road that we want. So then on this side, maybe in the middle. And then we put some cobblestone down. And we probably put stone slabs on the outside, which we don't have any on us. But if we did that, this would be cobblestone. Some of that. Some andesite. Oh, welcome in, Leon. Right. And then this would be, oh, could be build pipe. Then do you have any more andesite or gravel? Gravel. Some cobblestone. We'll take this up later. We'll pull this up later, but I just wanted to play around with something that was a love bug. So it probably needs to be a bit wider, and we also wanted to get depth or how wide the road. So if we do cobble or the slates here or tiles here, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'd be 11 wide. User, welcome in, Jay. 11 just there. So it would have to be like 22, 23 wide, probably 23, make it odd. But this would be how wide, if we make the wagon wheels this wide, or we take out the cobblestone in the middle and push the gravel and andesite. Pepper in a little, welcome in Caden. Pepper in a little cobblestone to give a little wear in the middle, and then have the wagon tracks a little closer. Welcome in Salvador. I think that's welcome in Gata. So we'll leave this here and kind of think through it, but I think welcome in RT. This is the plan. So let's where is our come in Polites? Is there a villager? No, we left them around here somewhere. Ah, there they are. Okay. So if they're there, then we're gonna do another one, maybe here. We'll just have to fill this in later. Okay, now let's where is that? Let's reorientate ourselves. Welcome in Eli, welcome in Anabas. Good to see you back. Alright, so it's gonna be this way, I think, right? This way? Okay, now we're gonna have to go back. And how's your day going? And welcome in and IO and Indy. Okay. And Vlad. Ah, there it is. Okay. And welcome in Thomas. And welcome in Axel. Alright, so let's go in here. Oop. Where's... Oh, this is our path. Okay. Okay, you can stay in there. Do I have anything that they want? No, not really. Oh, they don't seem to... Oh. Come this way. So we can take our path down. Or we'll just wait here for one of them. Oh, welcome in Emily. This needs... Did we light this up? Yeah, we lit this up. So even if they get caught in there, they're not going to stay. Welcome in, Daniel. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so let's go. And welcome in Breckney. There we go. Trina and Inglo. Okay, remember, yeah, we went over this. this way. There's a tunnel over there. I think that's what would help me. Welcome in, Troy, is if you could tie your view forward to the front of the boat. Like being able to toggle it on, because I imagine some people want to be able to sit in the boat and kind of look around. And have their view independent of the direction they're going. But I think if you were to... what? Yeah. Tie your view direction to the front of the boat. It would make it easier to steer. At least for me. Because, I mean, we're on the water, so I guess we are kind of drifting, but I would rather not drift. Alright. Put up some torches out here. I don't know how much good it will do, but we'll find out. Alright, so if we can get our boat latched over here. Nudge that in. I don't know if that actually nudges in, but... okay. So now we have two. I don't know why they have... well, we don't have beds, so we need some beds to help them. Oh, let's fill this in. Oh. Walked right in the front door. Oh no. One sheep. Like... I know we were going to try to save that sheep. But if they would have come inside, we would have saved them. So we're making... oh, this is 67, okay. So we do need to make it this high. Oh, so in this case, this one actually needs to be a little bit higher, or dig it out. Because if we want 60, yeah, they can't get in there, so we could leave that alone. This is fine because they can't get up here. Oh, welcome in a cavefish. Can we have any dirt? There we go. Let's fill this in. Guess we'll shoot for roughly 67. We won't totally level it out, maybe. Then some parts of the wall can be higher, and that will help make it feel maybe a bit organic. And if it's only one or two, And especially the higher parts being towards the waterfall backside, I think that'd be fine. Oop. Some dirt in here. Sure, do we have? Okay. Put a torch out there to keep mobs away from the wall. Yeah, we can level this off as we go around. And some work done here. Do we have any more cobblestone? We do. Okay. Perfect. Another torch. And more dirt. Welcome in, Matty G. And if anyone likes the kind of slow build, story-based streams, feel free to spread the word. We're trying to get to 300 followers on TikTok and 100 on Twitch and make affiliate there. And we will eventually have a more active Discord, but for now we're just trying to build things up. Welcome in, Lord of Flames. And if anyone has ideas for that, feel free to pop them in chat. Because we want to start setting some precedents and guidelines to make sure things go smoothly. Okay. For example, we want people to be able to both promote and announce their projects, and there is a difference. Promote is saying why you should do something versus not doing it, or do it versus something else. An announcement is simply saying, I have something. So if you're asking to join someone's server, if you just say, I've got one slot open on my server, that's an announcement, not a promotion. But if you say it's, you know, fun, you can have all the diamonds you want, something like that, that's a promotion. So we want to, oh, hello, the Nookie, welcome in. Good to see you around. Do you stream already today, or planning to do that later? Did we run out of cobblestone already? We did. All right, all right, all right. Okay. I will keep that on my calendar to look out for that. We're live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you're on YouTube or TikTok, you can find the Nookie over on Twitch. All right, where is? Yeah, I'm not quite big enough to do actual shoutouts, but that is something we want to do, and we don't have anyone in our other ear right now, but we try to do streamers in our other ear during streams so that we can see what's going on, what others are working on, get inspiration, and kind of have an idea of who to raid once we actually make affiliate and have the ability to do things like that. Alright, so I guess we don't need to sleep now, and we have our 2 villagers. So right now, I think we're just going to drop off some supplies, grab some trees, and kind of go over the plan. String, we don't need that. So we're just not using any water right now, so we can combine our buckets. I think that's good enough. I don't think we have any. Do have some. Oh, sounds good. Appreciate the lurk. When you get back, what are you cooking, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, so where's our rocket? There's a rocket. Nice. Yeah, I posted a little to Blue Sky and then to TikTok and Instagram some cooking stuff. I need to do it to my Pinterest as well, and more to Blue Sky. Ooh. Yesterday we had a panko crusted cod with creamy spinach and mushroom. Okay, so we want a few houses down here, and the things that we want. We'll put it against the wall because we're not going to build anything directly against the wall. Well, actually, bad idea. We don't want our villagers to get out, so let's there we go. So we'll put this there. We need some more cobblestone, so we're gonna need to mine somewhere. I think this is fine here. So right, do that, and then we'll put a door on maybe the front side here, because we want to do darker. Darker wood and maybe obsidian and quartz or things of that nature. So some non-traditional colors. Because we want to make it kind of practical, but also lean into the oh, we're gonna need to guess we don't need torches. Did we? Oh, put this down. Into like the floating stone and the odder things of Minecraft. All right, so I'm gonna kind of lean into that imaginary but believable. We'll put that there. Okay. We want to replant these trees. So I want to keep this kind of dense over here. So we mainly just want to get the trunks out so that the leaves decay on their own. I'm not too worried about them having them decay instantly. Welcome in Naboo. And I am, apologies, unable to pronounce that name on duck. Also heart star or something. Oh, we have another one here. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of those. Okay. So we can make this forest more dense than it was, which would be good. How much do we have as, because we're going to need a lot of wood. We'll probably go to our tree farm there. Over at Pokemon, any uh, near Barter's Bay. It's closer to the Garden Temple. We have a variety of trees there. Okay. I think 47 in per side. Oh, gonna need our flint and steel again. Yeah, we just need the trunk to get burned out. I mean, if it burns out some leaves, that's not so bad. But we don't want to have floating trees for now. I mean, we've done that in other places. We just have to clean it up, but we're trying to be better about that. Okay, so we'll do that. And put a tree there, okay. I don't know if all of these will grow, but at least we'll have lots of trees planted and... Is that cow? That's one of the cow variants. Okay, so I think going through here will be good enough on 80, maybe one more. We don't want about 80 blocks. Because even that might not be enough, but at least we should be able to get a good framing out of that. Okay. Whoa, that didn't work. Okay, so we're just gonna have to fly over. Come up with a whoops. Sorry about that. I think some more aerial things to help. I know we have the happy ghast. We have like floating potions. And a jetpack is probably a little too, well, not enough Minecraft. But I think if you had some variations on the rockets. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could have a rocket that, I don't know, gives you hover essentially. It like wouldn't last forever, but you'd use it like regular rockets. You get a like air when you're underwater, so you get something like that. 5. So it would still require you to use it, and maybe you could have other recipes. And then that would give you the ability to work like scaffolding. But if you're in a cave or something, like you can look around a little easier. Or slabs don't, or scaffolding doesn't work on slabs. Well, if you're dropping it. So in that case, you would be able to use like the special rockets. And then you could open up like a new profession, perhaps, of a rocket crafter. Welcome in, Nero the Wolf. Which The Rocketeer is a great movie, but we wouldn't call it that. So we need to go stone. Where would we want to get stone from? But anyway, the rocket profession. Where do we want to go? Go this way, I think. We need a sheep farm in here somewhere too, so that we can have easier access to beds. Is that good? I feel like this is too dark. But I think, yeah, I think having another profession like that could be interesting. Want any mobs spawning, but you can have well, it would be a way to show some of these rockets too, so you could have them sell regular rockets, the longer duration rockets, the short thrust rockets, whatever you want to call the kind of hover rockets. Wait, did we just go? We did. We just went back, but that's fine because we can light up our wall here. So this needs some stone underneath, so we're gonna need a lot of stone over here. Perimeter. Right. Oh, there's some stone because we need to back that out for our other projects. So there we go. Welcome in, Echo Gamer. So I think the bed's over here somewhere. Happy little detour there, get some more stuff lit up. I mean, things can still, I guess, walk across that, but I think it's lit up well enough within, what is it, a 30 block radius or so? We shouldn't get too much wandering in. Welcome in, Isabella. Now, where is our other? There's a. So we can collect our dirt and stone from the outside here. Okay, so we got about 30 minutes, give or take. We got part of our plan done. We got our other villager over, and now we're working on the house, and we want to at least get some. So we have a lot of dirt we can take, and that some cobblestone. Pick up this dirt here, and then we'll cut down the stone. And because we're going to make a ravine around at least half of Overmorrow here. Not Overmorrow. This is Inkwood. So this water is going to get pushed down, and it's going to go 60, 70 down at least. We might take it to bedrock. We'll see. Welcome in, OG God. And around at least half of Inkwood, and then in the back where the waterfalls are, that will kind of feed into these streams below. And we'll put some cobwebs, campfires, things of that nature to kind of give the illusion of mist coming up. And give some affect decisions that are made in the story that we're trying to write. So not a town that you can just the bridge is out. Well, we'll just walk across the little creek, and then that keeps the stakes a little higher. It's not the end of the world. It can be fixed, but time then becomes the driver. So what's our inventory like? Okay, we still got some spots left. Grab that wood. And we're kind of leveling a little bit around it, at least to, yeah, probably like this placeholder dirt bridge. So we'll probably make it somewhere around there over to here wide, because we want it to have a little more importance and emphasis, more prominent. And that's probably, I don't know, 40, 50 blocks maybe, like that. So enough to be visually, give the visual that we want, while not being too much work. Not like leveling Overmorrow, which was 513 diameter circle. Granted, we only did half of it, but still a lot. Which I should probably figure that out one day, or relook up the equation, because it's escaping me at the moment, of how much area that is, or how big of a square would match that area. what made me think of it, it's kind of like the summation. Riemann sum? So yeah, figuring out the area under a curve before calculus. Oh, welcome in, Burb. Not that we'll do much calculus on stream, but a little trig maybe. Because we do divide. Welcome in, Navi, Virgo. We do divide the realm into 10 from spawn. And since the horizon wall cuts it in half, that gives us 180 degrees. So it's divided every 18 degrees on the southern side. So we're in the third realm now. And we can figure that out if you would take arctangent of the 2012 over the negative 1950. That would give you like close to 45 degrees, which would be the third realm, which would fall between 36 and 54. So you can put as little or as much math and science into Minecraft as you want. I guess there's an educational version too, but we've actually not played that. We do have Dungeons and Legends. We haven't played either one yet. That was one of those things where we were kind of waiting to get to the 300 followers on TikTok or affiliate on Twitch. And then bring it up for potential votes on days to do. And nothing really exclusive, so whichever one gets it first, everybody gets it. So, I try to make the rewards similar on both, so whichever platform people have, they can use. But nothing would be exclusive. Okay. Oh, we should have dropped off our is it dark spruce, dark oak. Oh, we're gonna need to drop off more. Dirt. Okay, but one thing we could do is make more torches. Alright. So let's start. Have some space. Don't have a lot of inventory, so we'll probably make sure we got all of this. And get a little bit more stone. And just focus on the stone. I think that's pretty good. So let's go over to that ruined portal and see what's going on over there. And then we'll go back to our house building. Yeah, I wanted to get one house framed out today. And then some materials down for building the houses. Okay. So we'll take some obsidian. We'll replace that with a fresh one. Not much else here. Now we'll fly over, take a nap, and outline our house. Good time up. I guess we could come up here for a second and kind of get a feel. So I mean, it looks a little too Welcome LJ, a little too rigid in the pattern. But that is kind of the idea that we want. Maybe we have to do a little more dithering, but keep the dirt path roughly straight, and then maybe every so often put a piece of moss or gravel or something that shows that it's not quite uniform down the line, and then do some kind of gradient in the middle, and then on the side too of the andesite, gravel, cobblestone, things like that to show a new road going into old road or well-worn road for the caravan trail. That dirt path, if anyone noticed it as we were going over to the Ruined Nether portal, that's our storyline effectively, or goes along with our storyline, and that will lead us back to Overmorrow, and it will, going in the other direction, will take us over to the Garden Temple in Barter's Bay. Welcoming Carlos. So the story, well, we should probably call it the guideline or the wayline. The wayline, I guess, goes along the 45-degree angle, and then everything tries to build within a certain distance of that, so it makes it easier to tell that we're within side of the realm. And the storyline, I guess, can be our path. To make a distinction between the two. Alright, let's just jump up. Or maybe not. Some buttons up there. Yeah, we'll go over the keyboard mouse as soon as we land here. So we're using a M570 trackball mouse. Light isn't. Well, yeah, we need to. What was that? For our mouse, and then our controller here is a Cyborg 2. We were using the Razer Tartarus before that, and we played around with the Logitech kind of PlayStation style controller and the 360 joystick. So we haven't used a keyboard for actual play in 3 or 4 years now. I mean, we'll use it to type, search for stuff, but we don't use it in most of the gameplay. I think dropping items is about the only thing that we still have on our keyboard. And we also want to do Logitech buttons and mouse, not mouse, buttons and Leap Motion, and a few other things, and Logitech pedals. We want the pedals so that we can do like walking, running, crouching, having that be more of a leg function to make it more interactive. But our goal was to kind of do non-traditional or alternative keyboards so people could see other ways to play Minecraft. We have used the Xbox adaptive controller. That's how we use the joystick. But I wouldn't recommend starting off with the joystick right away, because it takes some, at least for me, Python was the easiest way to kind of hijack the controls. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the box, I nearly died more times than I can count with the joystick. The controller was okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. But I also play on mobile, Chromebook, and 2, 3, 4, Switch. And the Switch is a good controller, but the Logitech PlayStation 1 just didn't quite have the feel that I was looking for Minecraft anyway. And the Leap Motion we want to try whenever we have the funds for that, to kind of control Minecraft like waving a wand. So being able to make different hand gestures and having it recognize those for, you know, chopping, collecting, placing, things like that. Being able to like point in a direction and have the character go in that direction, or like 2 fingers and have it be like changing your view, since it has some of those recognition. So I don't know how well that will translate to Minecraft, but that's the plan. Do we wanna... Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We could do something like that. So that probably makes it a little tall. We probably want to bring that down, maybe. Well, that could work, I guess. I mean, we're not trying to do anything spectacular. At least initially, we just want to get a few functional houses down. Yeah. Will this work? I think we can put that there for now. We'll replace that later. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, and that's where the hand cam came from. The middle one is a slideshow of our Nether project. The bottom one is, or different projects, I guess, all over, mostly the Nether. The bottom one is Haven's End, what the projects we had back in, I guess it would have been July last year. We haven't put in the January update yet. The goal there was to have kind of information, stream information. So kind of the input of the moment. Just a slideshow of various projects to kind of encourage question. And then maybe the bottom one could be like inspiration photos for the build we're working on, or we could put those center screen and then put some more data where the Haven's End is now, like how many days played, or tasks that we're working on for the day, or something like that. So can we make slabs? No, we'd have to make... we'd have to make a crafting table. So let's actually do that. Oh, it wouldn't hurt to have a crafting table back here anyway. Because we'll need one for whatever we're doing. So this is a good enough spot. And yeah. Uh-oh. It looks like we lost visual for a second. All right, so we're gonna have to reset our capture card for a second. So we'll go to be right back for a second while I fix that. All right, testing audio, 1, 2, 3. Testing audio, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Perfect. So where is our front wall? So I think front wall should be this way then. Oh, there it is. It will just fly up because we need to find some sheep and make a bed back there anyway. We'll do that during the day. because we need a few beds. We have more than enough wood, but we need a few beds, or a few blocks of wool to make beds. It doesn't look like we have any wheat or anything to attract sheep. Let's see. We can find some sheep out this way. Camera Brown, welcome in. Oh, we're just over an hour, so I think that'd be a good place to stop. We'll see what we can find wool-wise. Once we find sheep. Where did our sheep go? We don't have a wool farm, but I've seen sheep before. They just despawn. Oh, I guess we'll wander around here until we find something. Horses out there. Where are the sheep? There is a sheep. There are 2 sheep. Do they like carrots? Oh, so they don't like that. Okay. Do you? We don't have any wheat. We'll have to make a sheep farm later. 2. Our bed's not in the bed. Oh, it's not a full recipe book. Okay. Right, so, oh wait, we have them in there, so we can't do that. Okay. Can we make a bed? And a bed takes 3 wool. Okay. We're gonna put some of this in there. We'll finish off this stack, and I see a lot of flowers up here. Maybe they put some sheep over here. we're gonna have to charge our headset soon. Light that up. Which should be good timing. That will... when we end stream, maybe there's be some sheep over here. Was this? Yes, this is that village, so maybe there will be some sheep over here. Okay, so there. We have some horses and stuff in here. Okay, so we could potentially get some sheep. We don't want to take the beds here because we want the villagers to have safety here. Oh, can't have too many torches, I guess. That will let us see that there's things in there without... Okay. It's in the back. A lot of chests around here. Hopefully none of the villagers go out there. Hopefully there's looks like there's enough of them that they can populate. I did not see any... Oh, there's a sheep. Welcome in, Buzz. So we got some cows. This is kind of the style. So we have a cobblestone foundation, some material in the middle. We have I think we'll put obsidian in the corners. The dark wood frames. And then we'll probably cut the lower part of the roof off and just do the top. Or maybe we'll do round roofs or something. We'll see. I don't think we had any cotton in there. Right, so for that stuff, oh, 2 more sheep. Sheep. Only 3, so we still can only do 1 bed, but that's fine. This way. This way, and there it is. It's far enough away that they shouldn't interfere with each other and produce iron golems in the middle of nowhere. So I think this is a good spot. Where's our... We can fill this in, so we'll put a bed somewhere in like here. Of those... Where's our material box? There it is. Okay. Wait, can we drop anything off? Drop that off. There we go. So we don't want the full spruce wood block because this is something we would want on all sides. We don't want everybody to be a farmer. So these are things, if we wanted to use these, we would need to make sure that the villagers welcoming coal pick their profession first. So you could do things like a furnace and maybe we do that. I mean, that would be a profession, I guess. Right, so we would need... We would either need to entice them to take something else or like get rid of these. That would not be too bad. So it's... Oh. We just didn't turn all of them into the planks. Do we like that? We need 3 more. And then so this would be fine. How does that look from the outside? So particularly the back. I get the spruce here. Cobblestone foundation, some other lower banter, and planks here. This is spruce planks, oak planks. So this is spruce. Oh yeah, spruce, not birch. We might have to go to the tree farm and get some jungle wood, which is something we can do tomorrow, and get some more obsidian. Because I kind of like some of the darker stuff to lean into, like the ink side of Inkwood. Welcome in Red Jest. I mean, I know there are multiple colors of ink, but lean into like the old school black ink. We probably need to go to Overmorrow or somewhere and get some scaffolding to bring over, or plant some bamboo over here, and just drop off string periodically. But I think that would work. So let's do more of those. We need a fence and what do we want? We need something to keep the villagers on this side, so we would need a lot of fencing to do that. Where's our... Oh, they're over there, okay. So we could make some fences. We have the boat. Oh no, one of them's still on the boat. I would like to get them in here. Oh, but maybe, which one's in the boat? Yeah. Maybe we'll make a second boat, just so that we can capture that one just in case. Well, maybe not. Where are you? Oh, there's a sheep even. Okay, perfect. Oh, but I can't get any wool, so hopefully the sheep just stays this way. There's a bed over here, so hopefully he comes to that. Okay. Okay, you don't need to go back from that corner. Come on, this way. I want to get you in to bed. Show you where you can set up shop. Then we're going to call our stream there. Come on. Okay. Okay. We won't be able to get up that hill, but if we at least get it a little bit closer, maybe that will help. And Wookman Marin, if we didn't already see that. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Fantastic. So you have your house. And now tomorrow we will build Welcome in Kylie. You're far enough away, you shouldn't... More than 90 blocks away. Hopefully maybe it's too bright. I mean, seeds don't work. Wait. Seeds don't work. We could, where's it? Yeah, since we're only doing it temporarily, we'll put down some, wheat on the side of the house here. Right? And then we'll do like slabs or something here. Right? So we can do thick slabs. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know if too wide is too much. Welcome in, Welcome be close. So, or we could, you know, potentially just make it like a lower garden on the side too. Something like that. And then the only thing there is, oh no, that would be fine because you wouldn't be going up and down here. This would be solid. So you just be solid all the way across and going up. So it would be down to the slab. You would stay on that height and come down one more. So it would just be 1, 2, 3 levels each way, not an up and down. So something like this, yeah. Just makes it look like a little intentional garden on the outside. Okay, perfect. Why they're not connecting, I don't know, but we'll give them time. This gives little wheat so we can tempt some sheep and try to catch them later so we can have a little sheep farm. But with that, I think we're going to call our stream there. We're an hour and a half now, so we spent quite a bit longer than we intended. But yeah, thank you and boss, y'all for joining. If you want to see more of what we're doing, you can check us out on Linktree, so linktr.ee/mindtripmedia. The link for that will be on the outro screen as well. We'll have links to the VODs for this, our Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky. We have links to our other YouTube projects, our mostly Lego Build channel, and everything else that we're working on. So you can support us here and there, or wherever your preference is. If you like these slower story builds and bigger projects, feel free to spread the word. And with that, we will see you tomorrow when the journey